it's Dr. Justine Blaine from the Justine Blaine Wellness Center, and we have a Christmas workout for you. Now, it can either be used with a Bosu ball, which is a black bottom and a blue top. But if you don't have one of these, there's lots of different options. You may have one of our wobble cushions. You can use one or two in order to replace the Bosu ball. And if you don't have one of these, you could be using a simple cushion. You could have two to stand on, one to stand on, and as we get into the other activities, you can sit on it or use it for a push-up to change your base, because our goal today is to improve our core flexibility and our core strength. So you're gonna find the one that works for you, and if you don't have any of that, that's okay too. Go along with doing the exercises just in your living room floor. Put on your Christmas tunes or the tunes that you love. Have a water bottle ready, because we're gonna go through about 15 different exercises to help improve your balance and improve your coordination. So let's just get ourselves warmed up. Just a minute or so, getting your joints loosened up, because some of these exercises are going to be hard. So you wanna get your upper body moving. And I know this is a time for Christmas cookies and goodies, sometimes those extra chocolates. So this is the time to make, or wine, you never know. So this is a time to get our bodies moving. And sometimes we don't feel like to get out in the snow. So this is a time to be able to get our exercises inside. Nice big shoulder rolls. And let's get started. So the first one, you want to change your base for a squat. So we're going to start off with 10 squats. This is sort of the easier way. Again, you can stand on a Bosu ball, the red cushion, or you can stand just on a regular cushion or on the floor. So we're going to start with 10 squats. We're going to keep our head up so we're not looking at the ground to maintain our balance. But you're going to be using all of those ankle muscles and leg muscles to keep your balance. Now, to go to the next step, to make it a little harder, you can turn it over to the black side. Now, if you don't have this, just do an extra 10 squats, or 2 feet, one on each cushion, the wobble cushion, or one on each cushion. So you have right and left foot on 2 different cushions in order to work on that balance. All right, so we're going to be aiming for 10. This is going to be starting to warm you up, getting all those big muscles warmed up and working on your core and your balance. So now we got that lower body warmed up. We're going to be working towards some lunges. So we're going to start with just 5 either side. So you can start with your foot on the black side to get cushions, get your balance. And 5. And switch legs. Now, if you want to make it harder, put your hands up. Or you can add a weight into your hands. Again, with the Bosu, you can turn it over. So again, aiming for 5, 4, 5, or switching legs, hands out to the side, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you want to change that up, you can use either the black or the blue side, but putting your foot in behind, keeping your shoulders over your hips so you're not flexing forward, improving and getting that lower body warmed up. Now, as you get better, you can increase your number of reps, and I'm only doing 5 of these, but if you do all 4 exercises with 15 reps, you're of course going to get those strong legs. All right, so you're going to be feeling that in your lower body. We're going to change it to push-ups. So the push-ups can be done in multiple ways. If you're new to push-ups, you can start with your knees. And as you get better, of course, we're going to try and challenge ourselves even more. So if our hands are on the ball, on the blue side, we can start with doing the push-ups on the blue side, keeping your head up and your balance. But of course, if you want to make it harder, turn it over to the black side, warming up that upper body. 1, 2, 3, or 5. And again, you can go from your knees if you need to. 5. And that same difference, if you want to make it easier, you can put your feet now. So your feet on the blue. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. And of course, to make it harder, now you could either put your feet or your knees on the Bosu ball, but it's going to work that core even more. Gotta get that balance, so your feet closer to the middle helps with that balance. Three, 4. And when you lose count, my philosophy is just do an extra 2. That way, if you lost count, you're always getting that extra hard workout. So we want to do, we did some upper body, do some lower body. We want to get now some core. So core, you can sit on the blue, and again, you could be sitting on a wobble cushion or just the floor mat or just a regular couch cushion. And right now we're going to be doing just an in and out. 3, or you could do up to 15 of these if you can. And that's just a simple crunch. If you want to, you can come a little lower, help support your lower back, and get to a harder crunch. Making sure your chin is up, you're not yanking on your neck. 4, 5, and then you can make it so you're going from your side. 3, 4, 5. Always do both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can go to what's called a V-sit. You can hold on to the ball if you wish. If you're really good, like my daughter, you can let go. I'll see if I can without falling. So a V-sit, you gotta get yourself kind of positioned so you don't wipe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're really good, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you might fall. Finish it off with that 10. There's something called a bug, and that is opposite arm to opposite leg, which is great for your brain neurology. So laying back on that ball, and you can keep your feet on the floor for the easier way. And then if you're really good, you can ask my daughter, she can show you how you keep your feet off the floor in order to make that one even harder. All right, so we did some squats, some lower body, we did some upper body, we did some core. We still want to get into some more core planks to strengthen your back. So we're going to talk about some different ways to do what's called a plank. Now, I'm going to try and show you some different progressions. So easier plank would be for about 30 seconds on your knees on the ball to make it on the Bosu ball. You can make it to your feet, and the closer your feet together, the harder. But if you put your feet wide, that will make it easier. And this can be done on both sides of the ball for your hands, but then also both sides of the ball for your feet. So I'm going to demonstrate 10 or 15 seconds of each so you can see the differences. So let's just start since the ball is here. Remember, start to get a sweat for Christmas, sweat out all those toxins and all those sugars that you maybe shouldn't have had. So start with the plank here. Again, you can be from your knees. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can raise a leg or just stay in that simple plank. If you again want to make it harder, you can go opposite arm, opposite leg. Or just stay in that simple plank. If you switch it over, you can either go to elbows or hands tabletop. Hold that plank, head up. And again, if you want to make it harder, hold that foot up. And switch feet. This is a good one you could do just in front of the TV. You can also alternate your legs. In, out, in, out. I find this one makes the time go by faster, so that it's a little easier. Now, if we switch it over, again, it's going to work on that core for your balance. Same if you had a cushion or wobble cushion. You can put your feet on the black side and either tabletop and just hold. Watch that TV show, looking ahead, holding your core, squeezing the core in the buttocks. If you want, you could add some push-ups, more push-ups here, or hold. And of course, like I said before, next way is you can put your feet on the ball. Here, and then we'll hold that for 10. Again, you could go to your elbows or make it harder by doing elbows to a push-up and then alternate sides. Or again, one leg and then the alternate leg. Definitely learning that talking and doing these things much harder. All right, so again, we did some squats, we did some lunges, we did some push-ups for some of that upper body, we did some planks and we did some sit-ups, but we haven't done cardio yet. So we're gonna get into some of the burpees, and burpees can be done with a bit of a press. So you can press out, jump back, or press up to get that shoulder body. But if it's beginning and new for you, you might want to step, 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 up or out. And again, same thing could be done with a cushion or with a wobble cushion. All right, find the way that's going to work for you and what you have at home, just so we can get these home workouts done with the gyms closed. So let's start with 10 burpees. So jumping back and out, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So getting back to that cardio part, we have something called a running mountain. And without the Bosu, it could be easier, step, step, like this, or step, step, like this, or without the Bosu or with a cushion, you could go forwards and back. But with the Bosu, since we're on to the Bosu ball, let's aim for 10 running mountains. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Already getting lots of different exercises there. We want to add good mornings or a row to get some of our back exercises. Now with a good morning, If you have a lower back disc injury, you don't want to touch your toes with a straight leg. So keep your knees bent and don't go as far. So if you don't have the Bosu, you might just come part way and up and contract the bum. Part way and contract the buttocks. If you keeping your knees bent, if you have a back injury or back disc. Using the Bosu, get a press and down, pushing your back buttocks out in order to almost get a bit of a stretch in the hamstrings and a stretch into those glutes. To do a bit of a row, you can have for your upper back, legs far apart. You can use a cushion again or a weight, and you can push forward or just keeping your upper back upwards, which is a lot easier on your back. And even though it's light, the more you do it, it still adds up to feel it in that upper back. And the purpose of that is try to feel that squeeze between the shoulders. All right. Staying on to that cardio part, again, you could have a cushion or a wobble cushion to go sideways, or a cushion on the floor, or you can have the Bosu. So you come sideways, get into what we call that athletic stance when you land. So you have good balance, and you're getting your heart rate up, a little bit of a sweat. If that's hard, you could do it slower in order to be able to improve that cardio. You can add that sideways lunge to it in order to get more of a leg workout with it as well. Almost there, guys. One of the other exercises for your calves, a little bit like skipping, is you can do it from the side. You can use a basketball or volleyball as well, or just a stool. Easier way would be just to tap the top of it or tap the top of a stool. But as you get better, you go around the cushion or the wobble cushion or the Bosu ball, and you aim for 30 seconds. All right, we're almost there, guys. Talked about the sideways jump. The last thing that I want to end with is a squat and hold. And I kind of find this one hard. If you don't have a Bosu ball or a wobble cushion, even just working on a cushion to improve your balance. But if that's difficult, doing a squat against the wall, just a squat and hold, can be really good to improve your strength. If you're new or you have knee injuries, do a quarter squat. Don't go all the way. You'll notice I have back injuries, so I don't go all the way down. I'm gonna go about quarter of the way down. So we're gonna start with that squat that we did with the before. Just getting our legs warmed up for 5. And then we squat and hold. So we want to just hold. You can pray if you want. Praying for that time to be over quick. But as you squat and hold, you'll feel your body want to shake. You'll feel your legs get really tired. A really good exercise is 30 squats, 30 seconds of a hold, or 30 seconds of squat, 30 seconds of a hold, 30 squats, 30 seconds of hold. So it works out to 3 times 30 seconds of a hold and 3 times 30 seconds or 30 squats for up and down. And definitely you'll feel the burn, and that's exactly what we want as we're getting that sweat for the Christmas holidays. So I'm so happy you joined with me, learning a little bit about Bosu ball workout and the options for that. As you're a little bit warm now, let's just get our body loosened up again. Do a final stretch. I hope you can get out hiking or snowshoeing, a family walk, see the Christmas lights in order to find hope and find joy in the small things over the Christmas holidays. Stretch the back of the hamstring of your leg, but if you have disc injuries, keep your knee bent. You feel that stretch in the back of the leg. And we'll switch sides. Getting the big muscles loosened up now that we're all warm. And the hip flexor is super important if you have back injuries. So flexing forward, squeeze through the buttocks, bend both knees. If that's difficult, you can come to your knee with an arm up or stand forward. You can lean slightly away, you'll feel a deeper stretch. And we're almost there, guys. Stay with me. Hip flexor stretch to help your back. There we go. We did a lot of work with your calves, your ankles when you're working on that balance. So get those ankles loosened up. There we go. Those self hugs for Christmas. Loosening up your upper back, stretching your pecs and your chest. Shoulder rolls for the upper back. A little stretch for your stomach. Good morning stretch, stretching through your core. And again, thank you for joining us. Share this with friends and family. We just want to keep you moving, help be a part of your healthcare team. I just want to say thank you for choosing us to be on your healthcare team. And we will stay open. We love you. We're happy to help you. And have a Merry Christmas.